Okay, so let's get into this. Delphi case is kind of blowing my mind right now, and I would love to know what you guys think about this. Is this just a ploy to cause some reasonable doubt, or is this something that really could make Richard Allen? Could this clear him? What do you think? Let me go into it in case you're not familiar. And Richard Allen is the only suspect, right? They have not arrested anybody else to do with this case. This attorney made a crazy claim stating that Abby Williams and Libby German were allegedly sacrificed in a bloody ritual by individuals associated with a pagan religion who are believed to be white nationalists. Some of it doesn't make sense because Abby and Libby are white. So how does that even work? But this is all the talk right now because it's really bizarre. So unsettling revelations came from experts taken from recently released these court documents. They were filed by Allen's attorney and they were all of a sudden on the news this week. The court documents shed a lot of light on some disturbing aspects of this crime scene. Now, according to the filing, sticks were arranged on the girls' bodies and a letter was painted on a nearby tree in blood. The defense attorneys filed these documents in an attempt to have a key piece of evidence withdrawn, thrown out. They claimed that a search of the suspect's home was unconstitutional. The piece of evidence is a firearm belonging to Richard Allen, which matches a shell casing found at the murder scene. But these girls were not shot. There was a bullet matched his firearm, but the girls were not shot. Now, Allen was originally questioned by the detectives when the girls' bodies were discovered. He said that he was there. He said he had been on the bridge that day, but he wasn't arrested until last year in 2022. Now, according to the prosecutors, Allen has confessed 5 or 6 times that he killed the girls, but his attorneys say those statements cannot be trusted due to his mental state. So what the heck is going on? Now, they are set to pick a jury in January of 2024. And the trial is supposed to last a couple weeks. So January 8th, 2024 should be the day that the jury is picked. Would love to know what you think about all of this. Is this nonsense? Is this a deflection? Is this some kind of sacrificial thing? And Allen was somehow picked up, but not really involved? I don't know. And yeah, he's confessed and he confessed to his wife, but now they're saying it's because of his mental state. So what is going on with this case? It just blows my mind. I thought from the beginning that Allen was probably very guilty, but it's just really bizarre. This ritual sacrifice, so they're saying it was a 136-page memorandum. It was filed this week, and Allen's lawyers say that Abigail Williams. Now, I know I'm repeating myself right now, but it says Abigail Williams, 13, and Liberty German, 14, were murdered in a ritual killing by several people, not Richard Allen. Members of a pagan Norse religion called Odinism, hijacked by white nationalists, ritualistically sacrificed Abigail Williams and Liberty German. And nothing, they're saying nothing links Richard Allen to Odinism or any religious cult in the memorandum. Now, the sticks, I guess, the way that the sticks were placed at the crime scene form Germanic, how do you say that? Germanic, Germanic letters associated with the religion is one of the several clues that indicate the girls were killed as part of a ritual. This is what Allen's defense is writing in this memorandum. Other evidence found at the scene, including painting with the blood of the victim, Liberty German, supports the defense notion that a group of unknown suspects killed the girls. Investigators ignored and omitted evidence about this possibility of a ritualistic killing and proceeded to request a search of Alan's home, is what they're saying, according to this motion that requests the evidence from the search to be suppressed. Now, Delphi investigation seemingly and quickly, this is what it says, the Delphi investigation seemingly and quickly abandoned the obvious correlation between the crime scene and Odinism, despite an obscene amount of evidence linking Odinism to the crime scene. That's what the motion says. Now, the girls, again, were killed on February 13th, 2017. Alan was suspected of luring the girls off a trail they were walking, and remember, down the hill. And his voice to me sounds very much, when I went back and listened to some of his clips that his wife had put online when they were traveling and stuff, his voice sounds very much like guys down the hill to me. Now, they said, this is the whole point was they said Richard Allen lured the girls down the hill and murdered them. But now his defense is coming up with this whole idea that this was some kind of a ritualistic murders. Crazy, right? Richard never moved out of the area. He stayed in the area, hiding in plain sight. And that's how the prosecution says, he stayed here and he was hiding right in plain sight. Libby's grandmother, said she didn't know him, but he did work at the CVS where some pictures of the girls were duplicated, printed out, and he did at least have something to do with that. But so I'm really confused. I know I sound confused because I am. I'm just really confused that this just kind of came out of nowhere and we didn't know. They did say all along that these bodies were placed in a specific manner, but they never told us what it was. And apparently this is it. So I don't picture Alan, though, Richard Allen, taking the time to place the bodies and put these sticks. So I'm just super blown away a little bit. I thought from the get-go it was him once they got him and that they took too long to actually arrest the guy. But this is really bizarre. Now, it says Allen's attorneys believe the hearing will show that a false statement knowingly or intentionally or with reckless disregard for the truth was used in an affidavit to get a warrant according to govinfo.gov. The evidence supporting the assertions contained throughout this memorandum was buried deep in a mountain of discovery, thousands upon thousands of pages of paperwork, and hundreds of hours of videos, but not buried deep enough, according to the memorandum. Or rather, the evidence presented in the memorandum by the defense was information Carroll Circuit Judge Benjamin Diner should have been made aware of prior to signing the search warrant. Richard Allen requests that this court set this case for a Franks hearing, at which time the defense will be asking for the search warrant to be deemed illegal and the fruits of the illegal warrant to be suppressed. Allen also requested news cameras and public broadcasting at his pretrial and proceedings and trial. So he wants the cameras there. So basically, just to go back, just a little refresher, February 13th, 2017, Libby and Abby went for a walk at the Monon High Bridge Trail. It's part of a 10-mile Delphi historic trail system. They were 8th graders at Delphi Community Middle School at the time. They never returned to their prearranged pickup spot after their hike, and their bodies were found the next morning in a wooded area not far from the Monon High Bridge, which they had visited the day before. Now, Allen was accused of luring the girls off the trail that afternoon before killing them on the north bank of Deer Creek, and it's about a quarter of a mile from the bridge. Libby did take a video on her phone of a man approaching them who was heard telling the girls, like I just said, down the hill. The pair never returned to their prearranged pickup spot after their hike, and Alan was charged with 2 counts of murder in late October of last year. And an unfired semi-automatic bullet found between the girls' bodies had tool markings indicating it was ejected from a pistol owned by Alan. So we will see, but I wanted to make this video really quick to see what you all thought, because I would love to know. I'm trying to catch up with everything since I just got back. I'm still totally jet lagged. It was like 24 hours to get home from Greece to California. So, and I just got home not last night, the night before. But I wanted to pop in, tell you that Left Undone is still here. We are still making videos, and we are still following the cases. And I appreciate you all. I'm going to hang up with this one right now, but I wanted to do this quick update since it was just like in my face as soon as I got home, and I had to catch up with it. And I would love to know what all of my Left Undoners seem to think. So I appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you soon.